Hello there, everyone. Zantok here with Slickstar Gaming, and welcome to another episode here of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. Continuing on from the stream archive footage that I played a while back, but let's go ahead and kick it off to Past Me, who's going to be continuing through the game. Take it away. And now, the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. And he seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Make-A-Wish Foundation sets an asshole on fire. Let's make that happen.
You mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
No. No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is. Shit. We've got to do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. Well, there's the red. Yeah, alright. We can do this. I've just gotta... Wait, no, it's not gonna work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 26 is 8! Is there any combination that'll work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
There you go. Sure, why not? I don't think I'm gonna need them. Ever again. That is not the sound a pen makes on paper. That is a marker sound, or some other kind of demonic writing utensil. Dear God, please don't use that sound effect again. Looks like she's writing equations. A lot of them. Oh man. She doesn't look very happy. Guys, remember, we have the extra thing. Hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
We also have the 0 that's not a 0. Alright, well, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can take a look at what she was writing. Let's see.
What? And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she'd figured it out, too. Man, this is just too cruel.
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Whoa, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
If you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Bad?
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Wow!
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
In the pursuit of Ace?
You're all idiots.
Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier, at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
You were right.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that hole that's been popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. Well, I guess this is it. This is the end. Hope you all enjoyed the true ending. It all ends right here. Everybody dies on the ship as it sinks. Kind of disappointing, but you know, that's just what you gotta deal with. Oh well. What the fuck? I mean, I was kind of figuring she was probably this eye individual, but I did not expect this thing to change to Akane Vision. She's literally a ghost trapped in the field, isn't she? Alright. I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, at the same time I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 years ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him, and we became one, instead of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. Oh, inside of, not inside of. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies, showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
That was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. 2 screens, like maybe a DS? Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got into a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It's been 2 hours since the Nonary Game began. We were starting to fall apart, but just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello, everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around
I have
him.
a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Wait, so is Clover her actual real name, or does she just... Why is he calling her Clover here? That's odd. As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is... well, it is difficult.
Clover is her real name. She doubled it as a cheeky nickname. Okay, fair enough.
But my sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover.
Well, almost.
For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all three of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the four-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single four-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer, and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked to the doors. You know, it's something I've been thinking about for a while. It's really, really fucking cruel. The first one will be implied. There's only going to be 1 9 door, and then you get there, and then there's 2. Then you go through the 2 of them with everybody, and you get back to where there's only 1 again. Like, what the fuck? That's a real roller coaster of bullshit. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was the only one. But if there was only 1 door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening?
does this mean Ace intended to incinerate at least 4 kids? I mean, it certainly seems that way. Also, another point to bring up. 2 points, I guess, to bring up. So, over in Building Q, it said to be they were going through the exact same puzzles, and it was supposed to be like the layout was supposed to be the exact same, it was like gigantic, a complete mirror, so that they could send the information to the others. So that means they would have been planning to incinerate at least 4 kids in both locations. Also, they're assuming that the people who can send information will be able to solve the puzzles at all, or first. It's not good. Oh my god, it's a fucking terrible, stupid fucking plan. Like, okay, sure, these people, we give them the puzzle, and they solve the puzzle, they send the information to these people. But what if they solve them first? What if they can't solve them? It's a stupid plan! This is so full of fucking holes! Oh my god. They, not only do they deserve to die because, you know, they're fucking awful people, but they're complete fucking idiots. Ace is a dumbass. It's possible the door would become vacant after some time for the others to exit, but I don't know. I think there's decent chance of that, because I know when we saw it earlier, actually, I'm not sure. It's kind of ambiguous, because sometimes it seems like it's implied that once people go through a door and verify that you can't go through it again, but also it's also not explicitly stated that you kind of get the feeling you might be able to. It's hard to say. Either way, Ace is a fucking idiot. None of this plan should have ever fucking worked in the first place.
What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
My brother Owie swallowed hard and answered.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened, and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we will call him
Don't
7.
worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those, and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and 7. The other children, the ones who'd gotten through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized.
No, where is it? Did I drop Junpei's present?
I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back. I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quickly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor. But as I ran back toward the stairs and freedom, the door to the incinerator opened and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. Gentaro Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
Come with me. We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
No! Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Then suddenly,
Honey!
the door to the stairs flew open. My brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came 7 Sneak.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt toward Hongo.
You came back!
I cried out. But then,
You're too late, idiot!
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me. Behind him, I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He weighed them both with a scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all, and walked past me, as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the two other doors slid shut as well. Incinerator? I prefer Outcinerator. As in, get the hell out of there! Fair enough. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in
And now we're in Junpei vision.
18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew what I was gonna say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it.
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about?
You know what, Lotus, at this point, you're just kind of along for the ride in the true ending. You kind of don't have a whole lot that you're doing here.
It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
Lotus, there are 18 minutes to live.
17 minutes.
Make that 17.
you know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn.
Yes, we figured that out, thank you.
What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. Well, god damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
9 years ago, you said not to... You said you were going to ask.
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor. It's moving. What the fuck is this? What else could I say about it,
What the
but...
hell is that?
Close enough.
What is that?
What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer? I was going to call it a vacuum, but alright. At least it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and I forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. And all I can see on this screen is a reflection of my own face, although it is not drenched in tears. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be fine. Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in
Yeah, that thing right there.
15 minutes.
Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do?
Hey, move!
Hey, we're all tense, lady. Doesn't mean you get to shove people
Okay,
around.
it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Have you tried plugging it in? Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though?
What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
No fucking shit. It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Alright, puzzle. How do you work? Man, the goddamn voice again!
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Shit. 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it, but somehow, I had no idea how. My connection to Junpei had been gone for a while. His mind was gone, and I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the interim was a face, a frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Don't know what to do.
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
Simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart with the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
Oh my. How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice.
1, not a gentleman. 2, you're not nice. 3, you don't deserve nicest. 4, you are a terrible person. Go fuck yourself.
I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty.
Yeah, I had to agree with you, Kelly. Ace, terrible person. Fucking awful piece of shit. Deserves to die. But his performance is fucking good. The VA did an amazing job with this guy. Also, like, all the evil expressions they have him make, fucking hell. Did a damn good job with this guy.
See? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
You also said you were a gentleman. We know that's bullshit.
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. I ran to the door with the 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys.
No, but my stepmom used to work with monkeys, and so she knows.
Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. you'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
I'm pretty sure I looked up who this guy was at one point. Or maybe I thought about it and I just didn't do it. But I need to know who the hell else this guy does, because holy shit. His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
It's so fucked up, Zoe! Welcome to the very end of the true ending, by the way. I don't know how long you've been here, but, yeah. Richard Epcar, he does Old Joseph Joestar. I don't watch that show. I know what that name is, but I have never watched that. I was crying. Great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow, I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, and my blood is boiling in my veins. It was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as it would pound itself to pieces. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Junpei had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Junpei! Help me! Help me! Help me! Junpei! 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 Please! Help me!
Give me control and I will.
Junpei!
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter, though. They're all in my way and need to fuck off. Where'd she go? Maybe over here.
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck. Best line in the game. Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Junpei?
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course. But I heard it so clearly. Like he was right there.
Junpei!
I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Junpei!
Say more than each other's names! Fuck! It's like when you're on a voice call with somebody and you're saying the person's name to see if they hear you, and you're both just like, Xantok, we got trails, Xantok, we got trails. It's just like, somebody say more than that, because otherwise it just sounds like we're trying to say each other, and neither one of us can make sure that the other hears us. Fucking hell. Ah! That's her. She's there. Then, that means...
Akane! Akane!
Are you in an incinerator right now? Finally we see some more words.
Yes, I am! How did you know?
I couldn't believe that he knew that. And now we understand what Santa meant.
There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
So, here's my theory about what's going on here. I don't think Akane died. I think we have a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing here. She made it through, but the only way that she could ensure that she made it through was that 9 years later she had to set up this entire string of events so that our character could be here to connect with her again. Otherwise, she had no way to make it through. It's Self-fulfilling prophecy, not quite the right word I'm thinking of. But think how time travel works in Harry Potter, where they use the time turners to go back, but they're still, like, their past selves were always there. They were always going to go back in time, so these events always had to happen in order for her to be saved way back when, and have the connection with me that she is now. That's where my mind is at. I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
Junpei, we don't have time!
Wow, we didn't sit on 9 minutes? Really? As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it.
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all this means. I know why the Nonary Game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it. But there's only one possible answer. June is, 0 is, Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her, no matter what.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, all right? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, all right? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Okay. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Snake talking to them about something? Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Get out of my way!
Hey, what are you...
Listen, you had like 10 minutes figured out and you failed, so fuck off and let me have a
Just
turn.
trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your fucking pride. I'll apologize later, alright? Now, let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over the grid. I think the panels are out of order. So we just need to switch these out? Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. We'll just have to try it.
Think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
And that's why you were wondering if it was a glitch about the cut-ins. Because of this fucking scene. Okay, so clearly we got, you know, numbers 1 through 8. Not 1 through 9? Oh wait, there's 2 8s. What the fuck? Okay, that threw me off. And then we have the word password that we have to deal with here. What does the hint say? Oh, does the... What? Did that just give me the fucking answer? I saw multiple 9s, so I'm a little bit confused here. What happens if I... Okay. So I guess I don't have to put things in these holes, I just gotta move all of these around. But what is that? When I pressed hit, numbers appeared in the empty spots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling the numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. But this square at the bottom, why does it say blank when I press hit? You mean this one, I guess? Because nothing's blank here. You mean that? Okay. Once again, it looks like I can turn the monitor off. There's some special meaning that there being 2 modes. What could it mean? Does that mean they're supposed to match? Maybe I need to make all the numbers in the squares the same. Like these ones, you mean? If I switch out a yellow square, the numbers that show up in the hint change too. It looks like the numbers are affected by the adjacent squares. For example, when I switch out 3 with 5, the hint number increases by 2. But the hint just adds the surrounding numbers. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, like, 5P and S becomes 4, I guess. Let me... Okay, so yeah, that's what we're doing here. But then the letters... God, fucking... I gotta figure out what the fucking letters count up to. God damn it. The hint displays what the adjacent neighbor, yellow neighbor square add up to, so most of the answer should be 2 digits. But each square only has a single digit. It's calculated in a different way. Digital roots, yeah. If they're digital roots, then they'll always end up as 1 digit. Yeah, I know. Are you gonna tell me anything more? There are letters here too. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that's what I was... Gotta write that fucking shit. We got fucking S's and bullshit. You ever need to replace the letters with numbers? God, fucking... I hate the letter shit. Alright. Just gonna write down the ones that are important, I guess. We also have an O. P, R, S, and W. Before I actually count, is he gonna give me what the letters all are easily? What number? Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be 9. Wait, one square doesn't get a hint number. Yeah, this weird one here. The 9th spot at the bottom. Only this one stays blank. Maybe a fixed number goes inside. So the 9th square has a different rule. If only I knew what that number goes there. Oh, he's done telling me shit. Okay. Alright. Yeah, no F this time. Fuck F. Okay, I think I know what the numbers for the letters are supposed to be, unless I counted incorrectly, which, you know, always fucking possible. So... Okay. I mean, obviously we're gonna keep this fucking... Oh, shit! He's talking more. Here's so much is getting messy. Maybe I should resell. Set up everything back to its original state. Wait a second. Everything is in its original spot. Something lines up at the bottom squares. Looks kind of like it should be a word. Oh, so I'm supposed to put the word down here. Oh. Okay. Well, that makes that part easier. I can just do this to start out. That's all I had to do! Oh. Oh, fuck. I don't know what password it... Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I had to try. Okay, it was the number 9. 2, 4, 5, 7 plus 8.
Yes, that's it.
Is that your final answer? Is the achievement we just got?
Akane, did you get it?
Yes, I did. I solved it. I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did.
Okay, now just go to the door. Just go to the door. I'll just say, the final puzzle in the DS version is different and infinitely superior. This one is generally agreed to be pretty piss easy. Constraint dictated they had to change it. I can tell you more later. Would love to hear on that. I mean, I was pressing with all the hints just because I wanted to see, like, because he kept saying more shit. It was like, okay, there's got to be more rules to this that I don't know then if he's just keep telling me things. But I did catch on, like, when they first showed the flash of it, was like, there's the letters there to make the word password. So I figured I had to do something with that, and then they're just like, oh, maybe a letter's go here. I was like, oh, I guess I spelled password. I didn't think that would give me the whole answer, though. Jesus, I thought there'd be more than that.
I just have to press enter.
Wait, it's what upside down?
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will.
Yeah, stop dicking around. I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
But it wasn't disabled in the original timeline. What? I don't think. Because they said they heard the fire.
Junpei! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while, I just lay there, laughing and crying, and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst.
Whew.
I can't quite believe I did that. But I am so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Oh, of course, that's fine.
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. They were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind.
Now.
Well, 7 and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys!
Junpei, are you...
Fucking psychic, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, I won't use that word. Not okay at all. Right, okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing's holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in...
Uh-oh.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again. And again. And again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell's going on? I've got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course. That's what the numbers that should have after that puzzle mean. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. That number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found.
Is it a fucking queue?
Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course. We just have to put the right numbers to the red end.
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
That ain't much time.
Door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Don't have much time! Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one, or we are all fucked! Alright, no time to explain,
Quick,
just go!
Verify your numbers on the red.
Verify?
Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry.
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6,
You know, the doors stay open for 9 seconds.
3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Okay. Alright. Oh, thank fucking Christ. No, no time to be happy, time to fucking go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. You're still gonna find the dead. Oh look, we found it. Man, for a second there, I didn't think it was gonna stop.
Shit. Huh. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel, but nothing. Oh dear. Okay. I wasn't sure if it would open. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name, even though my voice was almost gone from screaming, and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
I guess we did rewrite history then?
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. Cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what had seemed like an eternity. Either she never fucking died and they were just told, keep your goddamn mouth shut and just let it all happen, or we rewrote history. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever, apparently. But I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelets had begun to count down to death. Oh, right. This part. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets, like the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective, who we call 7 in 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide, and their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running, up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Is 7 talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
Can it wait until we're off the goddamn ship?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16,
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19.
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
How are they not getting out of breath talking about all this while running upstairs?
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26.
And what does that mean?
Wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a fucking cube.
It was a cube. A fucking lowercase cube.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear, any moment now, I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. Nope. Can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. Give me many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifled barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. That's a little bright. It's a little fucking bright. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again, but thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped were finally able to escape from the gigantic. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship that sank. It gave a thunderous roar that finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone. Aoi whispered,
Yeah.
it was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes, finally, air. Ugh. Damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
You have gotta be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
This is...
Building Q. I mean, if the ship sank, that makes sense.
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
the mock experiment building.
God fucking damn it.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in building Q.
Yeah, with door fucking Q. God damn it. Fuck. Sure enough, that's a desert out there, with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Did I just hear something fall? Right. My bracelets. I guess I've never really gotten a good look at the underside of one of these before. Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip, like in an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with, except for a few of them, at least. Figures.
Jumpy.
Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Is that it? I hate open endings. I hate them. Kelly, you left at the wrong time! I wanted to know the answers to the other thing. Alright, I guess I'll get that from you another time. But, hey, look, the credits are rolling once more. We got the true ending. Pretty confused about... I mean, for the most part, I get the idea of what went on. I'm confused about, did we actually change the past? Or was it always going to happen like this? What was the Akane that was here with us? Was she not physically here at all? That doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe there's a singer. Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, obviously we're going to let the credits roll. But, you know... Oh, I guess Kelly's confirming there is a singer. Good to know. Kelly, I know you gotta go and you know the game. I'm sure we'll talk more about it. Asa and Zoe, I think you missed most of the game. But Asa, I know you were here for most, if not all, of everything we've done so far. So I'm curious to know your thoughts as well while we're going through the credits here. But this has been fucking wild. And there's still some more endings, but, you know, they're all going to be bad endings. None of them are going to be like this. So, that's unfortunate. But we're still going to see them. Because I gotta do it. Yeah, open endings. See, I like knowing what happens to characters. This is where, like, largely when it comes to games, I prefer sequels over prequels. Because prequels, you know, sure, it'd be nice to fill in some holes about events we don't know about. But I always like to see, like, where the characters went from the end of their previous story and, like, what happened in their life next. I like knowing that shit. I like seeing what happens. That's... Okay, here we go.
Okay?
Depends on what you mean.
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Junpei and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
Then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first. Oh, Jesus!
Let's see.
What the fuck happened to me?
It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Zoe, I'm not knocking. I'm just pointing out because this is not the first stream and everything. That's more what I'm pointing at, Zoe.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Junpei. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing is a pretty smooth ride. Sure, it was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squished into the back seat. I can't even believe we let her drive.
This is so fun!
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
We're gonna die!
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why aren't you driving?
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
What?
He doesn't have an international license.
And you do?
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up.
Then why didn't you drive?
And Clover, there's no need to slow down.
Oh god, it wouldn't have been even better if she was driving.
The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh shit! God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast! Man, I don't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline? What the fuck? What is wrong with you people? The moment we saw what they were doing, Junpei ran up to them furious. No, he should. He should. That's some fucking bullshit.
What are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All I found was Junpei, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big, swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
I guess I could've...
Then why didn't you?
Cause that's not as fun?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Good luck with that, kid.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but... I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
What?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Oh.
Yeah, the bunnies.
Yeah, that's makes sense. He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the
They
wind.
asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I...
These people are psychos.
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Yeah, me too. Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Well, I guess I should say Gentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary project?
Because he's a psycho.
Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Damn it. For a moment, I forgot that he didn't die. Ugh. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. Looks like he's just given up. I don't know if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that teeth off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
I
You can at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
Wow.
By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes. If you want to put it simply, and if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
Oh, there's the persona. I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little
Well, my
nosy.
next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch up when I finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Now you want to talk. Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine. Let you talk. But you gotta behave and you got 2 minutes.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it. The root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigora, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Sopo. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
Junpei pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn, small enough to fit in his palm.
Junpei, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Is that their explanation for how they could connect with me in the future because she had a voodoo doll of me? Is that it?
Why are you giving me this anyway?
I mean, it's better than no
It just
explanation.
seems really sudden.
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Wow.
Yes, I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this, it me. So we always together.
Oh, Junpei.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Junpei.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell into June's tiny yarn body.
Junpei, I'll never forget you. I promise.
Junpei looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of evening. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one, the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now as June. So, how? Was it because I tapped into the Morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Huh, alright. Let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense, he's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or, wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
What?
What? What the fuck in the what? The burning haze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there, the shimmering claim was a woman, her arm out, her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. Alright, and I think that's going to be a good stopping point here for today's episode. According to these after facts, so I don't really know strictly what I just did, but I hope you enjoyed what we just saw, And tune in for the next episode of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. See you all next time. Bye, everyone.